Hi there. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the ones that have subscribed. And apparently, if you haven't subscribed, there's a button below that you can hit. I believe that if I get to 1,000 subscribers, something magic happens in YouTube. So I've been told. So if you're visiting and you'd like to hit the subscribe button, thank you, and or thumbs up or thumbs down, whatever you feel. Okay, so I thought I'd just do some mini readings now, just on the. I think the best way to do it is I'll just go through the earth sign, the different signs, and I'll start with the earth sign, and then the air sign, and then the water sign, and then the fire sign. So just a mini, just a general for you to have a look at, or for me to have a look at for you over the next week. So that'll be roundabout from the 5th of February through to the 12th. So anything that I'm seeing in that spread that I put out, just take it as it comes. It might happen tomorrow, it might happen in a couple of days. Usually when I'm looking at through the cards or looking clairvoyantly, it can be a little bit it's happened or it's happening or it's going to happen. So yeah, just have a feel of that for you personally. Of course, everyone's individual and it'll be a little bit different. So just doing a general one on that, and hopefully you'll get something out of it. Okay. Also, when I'm doing the my old cards that I use here that have been with me for 20 years or more now, when I'm using them, I started off with very different to how tarot readers were taught to do their spreads. But I do a clearing. I usually use put energy into the cards when I start, so that I'm clearing them off from the previous readings that I've done. So I've done that before I come on today, and now I'm just shuffling. But I'll also I have a process where I count at every seventh card. You might hear me making noises in the background, but yeah, guidance will give me something different occasionally. But so I'll start with a center card that's around, what the main theme is for you, and then it'll be every seventh card that comes out of the pack will tell the story. So tell the story from now through to the 12th roundabout. Okay, so just bear with me here as I'll split the cards, split them, and spread them out, and then one comes out for the center. Okay, looks like it's all about work for the earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus and Virgo. So the center story is about work, which is, I know that earth signs are really usually focused and reliable and wanting to get ahead. So that seems to be where you're sitting. So now I'm just going to do the count of 7. And what comes out now, yeah, some are having to be forced to be sitting on the fence and waiting, even though you want to get going with your work. So yeah, it's a time of facing yourself over the next. Some people might be held up through because of physical inability to actually do what you want to do, and it's a time of really looking within. It's also a time of facing yourself, and sometimes it might be to do with the person that's around you. You might be feeling like, what are they doing here? What am I doing with this person too? I get the Lovers card that's come out, but that also indicates to me that they're showing you something. You're both showing each other something. So yeah, watch for the ego coming to the surface here, because it's very much about looking within through the eyes of another person. So it might mean that you're getting triggered by your closest person around you as well. Or you're just sitting on the fence waiting for something to happen. You might be in lockdown, you might be wanting to get something done and you can't get it done. The next one that comes out, it says, okay, you've got the world in your hands. That's a good symbol. That's the Two of Wands. It says that it's a straight path ahead once the world's back in order, once everything's back in order, whether it's on a personal level, individual level, or you're having to wait for things to change because of the world at the moment. I know a lot of people are still caught up in, lockdown, can't do what they want to do. But there's also a symbol that you can hold the world at the moment through doing some inner work, doing some watching and meeting all aspects of yourself that pop up at the moment. So yeah, the first couple of days into this next week, if you aren't able to get going with projects, which I feel that you really want to, or to get going with your work, use this time, wisely. It's like it says, it's an opportunity there. there's an opportunity to dive a bit deeper spiritually. So that's, even though I can see your work is on your mind, it's your focus, you want to get it done. And there is absolutely time for a new, fresh emotional start with something here too over this next week. It might be feel a little bit emotional, but it is the beginning of a new emotional beginning is what I want to say. I've got the Page of Cups, and for me when I read, the page is always about timing. And so it's like the timing to start afresh, the timing of this new emotional beginning. For some that might be starting a new relationship or freshening up the relationship in some way. It also could be that there's a new connection to yourself emotionally, where you get one of those light bulb moments and you go, oh, now I know what that was about. It might have felt uncomfortable, but I've actually worked it out. So that's a good time this week to be alert to how you process anything that's going on within yourself. I think a lot of the earth signs are going to be stepping out a bit more, getting out of their comfort zone a bit, and completing a project, or at least getting it planned out so that you know how to move with it in the next week. That sort of comes together. It comes together somehow. Yeah, it comes together for your future security. So yeah, I'm feeling really good about this. Look at this, sitting comfortable with your stability. It's like you're stable and you're holding on to what you've got, but you're also aware that there's opportunities. The opportunities are sitting right there at your back, or there's something with you at the moment that says, yep, I'm doing okay and I will be okay and I'm safe and secure. So if anyone's in a sort of a built-up area or a city area at the moment, it feels like there's opportunities there, opportunities for you. So don't be afraid to receive an offer. If there's an offer that comes in from, and this feels like, projects or a way of financially securing something for yourself. It feels very possible that you will be in that position in the next week where you'll receive notification of something from, and it feels like a really big built up area, a city. Yeah, and you'll be sensitive enough to, or the sensitivity around this in terms of your ability to sense what's happening here, like in the physical world, but also on an intuitive level. Your intuition is really peaking over the next week. So listen to your inner guidance, because it feels very much like there's something being offered to you. Even though it seems like it's in the physical world, I feel like guidance is with you, behind you here, on something that you've been either working on for a long time and it's about to come off, or it's been put on pause, and now it's time. Now it's time to tidy up the loose ends and start to receive. And this could go on for longer than a week, of course, but this is the feeling that I'm getting for you over the next week. And you'll be feeling it too. And the final card says, okay, time to, it's giving me a little bit more of you'll be celebrating something within the next 6 months. So whatever you're putting into place this week, it's powerful, and it might feel really uncomfortable at times, only because of this, it's like you're tidying up and getting everything ready for the rest of this year. You've got, it's hard to believe we're in February, but everyone's been paused a bit over the last 12 months. So I feel like whatever it was that you were wanting to achieve in 2020 is going to take off before the end of 2021. So yeah, excellent for the earth signs. Okay, now I'm going to move on to the water signs, Scorpio, Cancer and Pisces. I will put a number on the bottom of this so that you can easily get back to your reading and have another listen if you need to. Okay. Did I say water signs or did I say air signs? It's air signs next I'm going to do. Gemini, Libra and Aquarius. It's getting to the end of the day. Okay, it's flying out here too. Air signs, Gemini, Libra and Aquarius. Let's have a look. What's the center of this message? Okay, we've got the Six of Pentacles. Giving and receiving, or asking at least. Asking. A bit of neediness coming up there for these signs. So this is our air sign. Air signs. So you might be feeling a little bit needy at the moment, or financially wanting more income. You know, that's sitting there. Or it could be the parts of yourself that aren't getting the needs met at the moment and trying to balance all that up. There could also be demands on you from other people wanting you to give. And you might be feeling a little bit drained on that level, that you're having to give too much, or you've been giving too much and now you're feeling like you need to give back to yourself. So be calm with that, you know, be calm with that and see if you can balance your own needs first, and then you'll have more to give, because it feels very much like that's a little bit out of balance for you at the moment. Yeah, so you're walking a bit of a balancing act with this, you know. I've got the Temperance, so. But you're also being looked after as well. You know, the angelic energy comes in around you. There's support there, but the support is saying, you know, just be gentle with yourself. Just blend your emotions with everyone around you and how you're feeling. Yeah, just be calm. And there might be, you might be starting to put your toe into something else too. It feels a little bit like you'd like to experiment and have a go at something different that you haven't done before, and you're not real certain of it. So this is why you feel like you're on this tightrope balancing act a little bit with your emotions. So there could also be some emotional, intimate relationship stuff going on here as well. It says a bit not sure how it's going. Might have to sit back and watch this for a little while. You mightn't feel quite confident to move ahead, or the person that's with you may not be quite as confident as you would like them to be to move ahead. So there could be a little bit of imbalance emotionally there. Yeah. There's a sense of holding on too hard. It feels like you're trying to maybe by letting go, you know that saying that is, if I just let go of something, if it comes back, then it was meant for me. It feels like this is the message I need to give you around this emotional, especially if it's a relationship. It feels like, you know, if you just let go and allow, it doesn't mean to say you have to end anything here, but if you just let go and allow, if that person's truly for you and with you, they'll be free to make that choice, and it'll be much more satisfying then and much more secure. So yeah, just take from that what might be personal for you there. Yeah, and then comes up quickly after that is like the Ace of Swords. You know, it's time to make a decision. It's time to take some action and make a decision. So this is, you know, the sword to me represents how we think about things, you know, and it's like a big decision. It's like, this is a big decision I've got to make. And it also says to me, just make your decision and stick to it. You can't really go wrong here. It's like there's no right or wrong. There's just an experience. And if you can ask yourself, what experience? I just want to make my mind up. I just want to have a decision made here. so that I can keep moving forward in a way that I know what's going on in my life. So just make your mind up and then decide on the experience it's going to be for you. If that's making sense, it's like make your mind up and do it anyway, with the knowing of what, you know, if this happens, that's the experience. If this happens, that's the experience. And, you know, that's where you get the personal choice then on any action that you take or any decision that you make. So for some that might mean turning your back and walking away. That might mean that you've got to get to a better place emotionally. It doesn't necessarily mean that a relationship's going to split, but it does mean that you need time out. You need to look at the big picture and see what it is that is going on. Or it might just mean you need time alone. Just some time alone, you know. Everyone needs to have some space and time to think. So it does indicate to me that you will get to a better place within yourself emotionally if you can take some time out just to reflect and look at what. So sometimes that's a bit hard when we're living with people and we can't escape. Okay, so transitions are coming big time for the air signs. This is sort of saying the death cards arrived, which for me that's sort of saying there's endings and new beginnings not too far, but it also says you're in the transition of that at the moment. So the transition could mean that you're just, you know, cleaning up the act a little bit, just getting rid of stuff that you don't need. It might be stuff, it might be people, it might be work. It could be just waiting for that start time, you know, getting that information sent through to you that it's time for me to, you know, to go now. It's time for us to come out of lockdown. It's time for us to have our vaccination. It's time. It's like you're sitting in this transitional phase at the moment, but it will come to an end. It will come to an end. So, yeah, if you can understand that transition is just always a pretty uncomfortable phase to be in. So, but at the same time, there's a renewal. There's the endings and new beginnings, or there's a birth of something new for you coming in you, just around the corner. Just around the corner. Yeah, in perfect time. If we can trust in the timing of things, that the divine timing presents in our life, because I feel like it's time for you now, but divine timing plays the part there. And, you know, we can negotiate with the source energy a little bit. I know I do it all the time when things aren't quite going exactly how my personality would like it to go. I do a bit of meditation and negotiate, you know, negotiate with source and ask that things go a little bit more my way. And sometimes they do. But, you know, coming into acceptance. Your prayers are being answered or being heard, at least. Come into acceptance, and that's going to speed things up for you. So there you go, air signs. It was a little bit of a interesting, very interesting actually. I'd love to get some feedback on that, on how that was for you, for any of you, because there was a lot of complexities in there as well. Okay, all right. If anyone wants a personal reading with me, I do have a website with a booking calendar on it. It's susanscoring.com for personal readings. Yeah, and you'll just have to work out your time zones where you are if you are interested in that, or hop on that website and have a look around and see what I do. I do weekly forecasts as well. There's a members page there that you can hop on and subscribe if you want to receive weekly forecasts. Okay, so water signs comes next. Okay, so our water signs are Scorpio, Cancer and Pisces, all of the lovely emotional signs that feel and are usually quite intuitive. So here we go. I'll have a look at you guys, just getting a shuffle through. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces for the next week. What's coming out in the center. Getting to a better place emotionally is what's needed for these guys as well. So that is who you guys are, the cups. I've got the 8 of Cups coming. What's happened here? Oh, there I am. I'm still there. 8 of Cups is coming out for you guys as well. Okay. So that's sort of saying to me, you need some time out as well. You know, it's time to, this is in the center of your story. So once you can, if you can get some time out, which, you know, I know a heck of a lot of people are still challenged with being free. And this is coming up for you as well. But the ones that can get some time out and get out of their house, get going, get somewhere where they can have some time on their own or just to retreat to. If you're planning a retreat, excellent time to be planning that over the next week as well. Some of you may actually be doing it. Okay, we've got leaders amongst you lot as well. So if you're in a position where you have to teach or lead or run some programs or something, you look like you're in the forefront with that this week. So putting that into something that's going to either be, you know, physically doing it. If you're taking classes or you're doing something, you're out the front. Anyway, I'm seeing out in front. If you're thinking about doing that, it's an excellent time to do it, you know. Just be aware that you can do it in all sorts of different ways, like I'm reading for you here on this channel. So if you're thinking about putting programs on or teaching people, you're ready to go is what it's showing me. There might be somebody around you who you feel may be holding you back. It might be that you've got emotional connection. So it could be family, could be a partner, could be children, could be other work colleagues that you're not sure, or you might feel that you're being judged or something. There's a bit of resistance coming up there in the next few days as well. But basically you've got to trust, and the trust is there. The Knight of Cups comes on to say, ride your white horse and go forward in a trusting way. If you move forward trusting rather than resisting, things will start to flow, because I get a good stream of energy coming in there for the water signs. It's like things will flow when you're flowing, you know, when you're in that trust. And I get that you know this, you know, I get that you know this. So this is good. Move forward in trust. And you're going to receive. Woohoo. So some of you are going to get some extra money from somewhere. You know, that's a lump sum. You know, that's a gift. That could be a lump sum of money, could be unexpected gift. It could be just receiving. You know, abundance in some way is going to show up for you if you stay in the trust. Okay, so that's great. That's really good. Ace of Pentacles for this week. Yep, and you've got the world going in your hands too. So you're starting to line up with everything that's going on in the world. You're starting to understand what you need to understand. So the next week lets you put things in place there. So if you've got 2 ideas going, they're okay. You know, just do the one that's strongest in you at the moment, and then start on the next one. Don't try and do the both together. Just get really clear over the next couple of days, this week, on your projects or what it is that you want to do, whether it's coming together with other people, whether it's looking inwardly and outwardly, looking at what's going on around you physically, but then bringing that awareness back to yourself as well. What's going on in here? Is there a mirror going on that I can shift something around me that's going to make me feel better in here too, and line me up so that I'm more present in the world, so I'm more able to see clearly. It's like you're looking out and going, will I do this or won't I do this? Can I do this? And what will be the outcome? Well, I'm going to tell you, if you get started this week, the outcome's going to be good. It's going to be really good so far. That's what I'm seeing. Yeah, so anything that's sort of the past has been a bit shadowy for you in some way, or you've been going through, some of you may have been going through some pretty emotional phases, it feels like it, but many have because of what we've all had to go through and shift through. But any of your past, anything that's not resolved, feels like you're getting really understanding yourself better now. It feels like you can see where you've been ripped off emotionally in the past. You can see that, and now's about filling that emotional cup back up. It's like, it used to be about the half empty cup. Now it's the half full cup and it's filling. So it feels much more like you're able to say, I'm just going to trust in this great mystery of life, and it's going to bring it to me. And I'm in a stream. You're on a stream now, and it feels really good. If you notice some of the unresolved from previous, experiences over this next week, just come back to yourself and just be really quiet, connect to your heart, be deep in your breath, and let yourself feel at ease again. And once you get back at ease, the trust will come back up again and you'll start to flow again. Yes, and you justly deserve it. So keep chipping away. This is, the Justice card come out, and I want to say it feels very much like you deserve what's coming this week. It feels like you've been doing a bit of a balancing act. There may be some legal things for some. This can often indicate that too. But it is, the scales are balancing. And I feel that this is what this is about, just based on what's come beforehand here. This is mostly about the scales are going to come back into balance. So your life will start. So keep working on anything that you are improving yourself with. So this could be the teaching, this could be the courses, this could be becoming expert at your craft, at what you do. Okay, there we go. That was the water signs. Onwards and upwards we go to the fire signs now. I'll just get these cards back together again. Fire signs are the Aries, Leo and Sagittarian. So, fire signs. Let's have a look at what's happening for you over the next week, from the 5th of February through to the 12th of February. So what's in the centre of all of this? What's in the centre of it for our fire signs, Aries, Leo and Sagittarian? All right, again, this is the start of something new. You're wanting to get yourself back into a feeling of I just want to be satisfied with life. I just want to be satisfied with life. There may be somebody around you that's feeling a little bit, I'm trying to find the word that's nice. It could be a little bit arrogant or quite a big ego. If you've got someone like that you're dealing with at the moment, it could be a little challenging for you. So that's kind of coming up, or maybe it could be yourself, if you're feeling a little bit full of yourself at the moment. And what I see coming out after that. So it's I want to say just turn the other cheek here, because there's no need to fight. There's no need to fight. Walk away. Don't get caught up in any conflict with anyone. If you turn the other cheek, you'll come out the other side of this. So maybe this influence of arrogance or ego, it could be yours or it could be somebody around you. But if you're able to turn the other cheek, it won't be too bad. Or just don't fight. Choose not to fight. Okay, focusing on financial situation as well. It looks like you're watching your money at the moment. You're keeping a close watch on it. It might be feeling a little bit like you're lacking. Just be careful that you don't get caught into, you know, focusing on lack rather than on receiving. You know, they're vibrationally, they feel very different. So you want to match with what you want. So get your vibrations to feel like, so even if you can get into gratitude, if you are struggling a little bit financially, or you're watching your pennies, watching your money, it's far better to focus on some gratitude of what you have around you. If you can see something, even if it's just, you know, looking at something that you got a chair to sit on, you know, it can be as little as that, or a bed to sleep in, or it's, you know, that you can call someone to talk to, something to get really grateful for over this, in the next few days, it feels like, so that you match up with a vibration of abundance rather than lack. So when I'm talking abundance and lack, it might be just lacking connection, it might be lacking freedom, it might be lacking money, it might be lacking anything that you feel that you're lacking. Try and shift over into, is there something that I'm not lacking in? You know, I can breathe, I can stop and take a breath even. Fire signs, it feels very much like there's aggravation around you, but you know, don't fire up. Don't fire up, you know, just turn the other cheek, and then do the best you can to focus on what you have and build on that. That's where I'm at the start of your reading. So yes, again, if you're looking for work, or you're looking for agreements with anyone, it's like the Three of Pentacles is saying, you know, have a look at or show people what you're capable of. You know, show people, because you've got so much to offer. It's like everything can be sorted out or worked out here. It can be worked out with everyone around you, but this could be also job applications. You may be putting some job applications out, or looking for a position where you can really show who you are, you know, show what you're capable of doing. Because I feel like if you just talk, you will, how you speak to people will be what makes all the difference in terms of, getting the applications out, but also using your voice, also using some communication in a different way to what you normally would do. And then it's looking like you're sitting back and waiting. So as the week goes on, there's a sort of like, oh, well, I'll put my application in. I've said everything that I can say. Now I'm just going to be still with it. So, yeah, I think just wait. It's like a bit of a waiting game that you're in now, or you're still waiting for something that you've put in place before and you're wanting it to come about. Because early on, at the very beginning, I saw this, there is a great sense of satisfaction coming for you. It is coming for you. Yeah. Sensitive as well, feeling, some of you feel a little bit like you could be quite empathic to everything that's happening on the planet at the moment as well. It's nearly like you could be living anywhere in the world and you're picking up what's going on. Be alert to your own energy field this week. So if you if you can have some Reiki healing, or if you give Reiki, you know, don't forget to do it for yourself. You know, if you're a Reiki practitioner, your energy, you know, you are intuitive, and you're really, lots of sensitive ones amongst the fire signs, I feel. So, be alert to using all the tools that you have now, that you know about, whether it be just a cleansing ritual, or putting a candle on and some incense, doing something that brings you back into feeling like your energy field is nice and strong. Yeah, particularly the ones that are mothers here. You know, I feel like there's a lot of concern for family with the fire signs. But you're really skilled at all of this as well, as what they've finished the cards off with me here, and guidance is saying you know your stuff, you know how to move forward with anything that you want to do. So it's a good time, you know, if you're creative, you could be quite creative or artistic. So if you've taken up something that you want to do more of, this is the time to really say, yes, yes please, I'm on this. This is my, you know, I feel it coming. It's like bubbling up out of you. And yeah, if that happens, start something off, you know. I feel like you've got artistic abilities coming to the surface here. So if you're in the arts, now's the time to let that flow. It's like it wants to come, wants to come. Okay, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed that reading for all the different signs, and I'll see you again soon. Don't forget to subscribe because I need to get my numbers up. Thank you. Bye now.